want to thank John and each one of you for having me here today. It really is a pleasure. And you know the saying, you've come a long way, baby? Well, I have. To be with you today, but also to share with you another kind of a journey. Come and travel back into time with me. I'm going to take you on a journey that Avon opened up for me. It has been so exciting, so fulfilling, rewarding, and so very successful that if I was not the recipient, it would be almost unbelievable. The time clock starts forward on May 1980. My district manager, Ellen Bell, called and said, "Margaret, Avon is opening up this fantastic program, and I would like for you to become a part of it. Will you go to the training session on becoming a group sales leader?" Ellen, what on earth is a group sales leader? I was settled in doing my own thing, being a good little representative, staying number one in our district for the 5 out of the then 6 years I had been selling. I had resigned my team leader position the previous year, and I wasn't sure I wanted any more work. Ellen said that Bill Spears from New York and Brenda Cook, then our division manager, would be doing the presentation on Thursday at 9, and that she really wanted me to go. She said, "It is a fantastic opportunity. Just go and listen and don't give me an answer now." Well, I said, okay, I would go and I'd stay till noon. Besides, that's when my order came in. But deep inside of me, I thought, I'm not sure I'm impressed with that word, group sales leader. To me, it sounded like work. But Thursday came, I went, and I listened. And suddenly, my brain became very active. Could I take 18 representatives and teach them how to be good? I was a good representative. My own sales had proven that. As Bill and Brenda talked, my excitement grew. They were hitting every aspect of my life. I love people, and I like giving myself to others. I love motivating others and see them achieve far beyond their own wildest dreams. Their achievement becomes my motivation. I love to see people becoming confident, proud, happy, productive, and successful. I am a registered nurse, but even that did not have the appeal of the program that Bill and Brenda were describing. I remember they had a chart on earnings, but I can honestly say to you that that did not bring me into the group sales leader program. It was the fact that I could share with others myself. At noon, Ellen looked over at me and said, "Well, what do you think?" Think? Who could think? I was so excited, but very calmly I told her I thought I would stay till 2 o'clock. That night I would talk to my husband. I know I must have called her 4 or 5 times that evening, asking questions. My precious husband, Charles, is my stabilizer, and he is a perfectionist. He wanted all of the details. Me, I was already 3 weeks into the program, planning on what I wanted to do and how I was going to do it. So between calls and questions, at 10:30 that night, I told Ellen I wanted to try, that with God's help and guidance, I would make it work. The next day, Ellen bought me my representative names, my books, my maps, and a mini report. I had 18 territories, 5 of them were open, 13 representatives with a $62 average order, and a campaign 13 base of $1,047. That right there should have been enough to scare me to death. As Ellen said, if I had known what I was getting into, it probably would. But you know something? I do not remember even thinking along that line. What I saw was something to be accomplished. I got in my little white Pinto, and I drove every mile, every street, every rural route of my 1,800 homes. I talked to the people, and at night I used my telephone, and I called number after number on those streets that I had covered. I filled my 5 opens, my first goal achieved. I filled pages and pages of names in my prospecting book, and I still use them today. Another goal achieved. I called every representative. I went to see them. I worked one-on-one, taking them out, teaching them how to sell, setting goals, showing them how to build on their customer list, how to use their time wisely. My earnings that first campaign was $11.13. But gradually, it began to grow. They began to show up at my group meetings to work with me and with each other. In the beginning, I had told them, if you will do what I tell you, follow the outline that Avon has given us, I can guarantee you it will work for you. It has for me. What a joy it was, and still is, to watch a shy, withdrawn, insecure person become a confident, successful business person, and to know that I had played a part in her success. To see a 68-year-old representative of 16 years standing with Avon, happy with her $150 orders, turn into a president club member and become excited about what she was doing. To see a representative whose husband had lost his job and her Avon supporting the family. To see her take on that responsibility and grow, and then have her thank me for my support. Her success, but it's mine also. Growing, yes, we were, and I was. My representatives were beginning to say, Margaret, it's working. It really is. They were beginning to realize their potential. Their sales were increasing, and they were staying longer. They were being recognized as sales representatives. They were no longer just order takers. They were proud of the fact that they were representative of the #1 beauty company in the world. Our town has become Avon-oriented. We are not ding-dong ladies. We are Avon sales representatives. And we are proud of what we do. Our families are proud of us. Our town is proud of us, and they know who we are. And that is my group. As John said, it was the #1 group in the nation in 1981. I have a Tiffany carriage clock in my home to prove it. Proud, I guess you can see that I am proud of their achievement, and yes, mine also. In 1981, I had the second group of 20 territories added to my original 18, making a total of 38. I did those 20 territories and representatives the very same way, bringing them all together. To think back over these past 2 years of the excitement, joy, love, satisfaction, frustration, and yes, work. All of the adjectives that you can think of that went into building a successful group and a successful group sales leader. That is my personal reward. 2 President Club members in 1980, 11 in 1981. "20 possibilities in 1982, 4 already in and 15 on target." To have someone stop me on the street and say, Margaret, thank you for our representative. She's fantastic, the very best one we've ever had, and her sales prove it. And to know that I had helped train her. To have the representatives themselves say, thank you for taking the time and training us, the time that we have needed to grow and to help our business grow. Personal rewards, I could go on and on. Remember that $62 average order? It turned into a composite 1982 second quarter average of $192.77. All of my territories are filled. I have a very low representative turnover, and we always have backups. My group sales leader earnings, they have been phenomenal. Remember that $11.13? It grew in that third quarter of 1980 to $502, to a check for my second quarter of 1982 of $1,906. This has brought many things and trips for my husband and I, woodworking tools for him, and a table saw that turned out a fantastically beautiful built-in office for me, a deck on the back of our home that we had always wanted, and a new living room suite that I paid cash for. Trips to Florida, Virginia, Connecticut, all from my group sales leader earnings. Yes, my family is also proud of me. They have seen me achieve and grow in both aspects of Avon, as a group sales leader and a representative. In 1981, as a representative, I did win the trip to Hawaii. My plus points also bought me a GE washer and dryer. In 1982, I am already $2,000 over my personal sales at the end of the second quarter. You have heard of my group success, personal successes, and the personal rewards that I have received. But for just a moment, I would like to take and to share with you my own personal growth in this fantastic 2 years. Listening to me, you would think that I have always had it all together, wouldn't you? Well, those from down where I live know better. I have not. 2 years ago, in September 1980, Brenda Cook called Ellen and asked her to have me do a presentation at our first rally. I said, Ellen, no way. I will do all of the other things that you ask, and you know I support you in every way, but I will not ever get up in front of a group and make a speech. That is one thing I cannot do, I will not do it, and I didn't do it. They got someone else. Well, you know the famous last words. In May of 1981, Brenda, now in New York, called Ellen and said, I had no choice. This time I was number one in the Mountaineer Division, and I had to do the presentation. Ted Race, then our division manager, said, Margaret, you can do it. Ellen said, you know you can. All of my representatives said, you can do it, Margaret. My friends all said, you can, and we'll be praying for you that morning. Everyone said, you can, but Margaret. Well, guess what? I did it. And for the first time in my life, I was making a speech in front of a group. And you know something? I'd be through. I realized that my knees were not shaking quite as hard, and there wasn't my voice. When I finished, and me, I cried. Personal growth, yes, I have grown. I did speech routes, VCR tapes, and now here. My own personal savings in relationship to my group leader training, $1,000 a year. I cannot ask my representatives to do something that I am not willing to do myself. My home is filled with achievements, awards for my achievements. Remember back in the beginning of this journey, I told you how excited I became as Bill and Brenda described the program? I am still excited, and I love what I'm doing. Training young women, housewives, students, and turning them into successful businesswomen and proud of who they are. In these 2 years, I have worked with approximately 100 representatives, and I feel that Avon and I have been able to affect personally the lives of each and every one of them. You know, I could stand here and say words like self-esteem, self-worth, self-pride, self-satisfaction, but that is not me. What I wanted to share with you today was a picture of the joy of my love, my fulfillment, and my rewards in my work with my group, so that they have become a part of me, and a part of me is in every one of them. Thank you for sharing my journey to this date. Yes, we have come a long way, but the journey has just begun. Thank you.
something special, you know? It's just wonderful. I could give that to you. Just marvelous. You can see that?